Mm, I don't know if anybody else cares about the rest of this story, but I left out quite a bit, and so I felt like I needed to finish. If not for you, for me. So, my oldest daughter. My birthday is 12/2. Hers is 2/12. She was born at 12/12. So our lucky number has always been 12. I believe in all things spiritual. Me and her right now don't have the best relationship. We are struggling. I am struggling bad. I don't know if she is or not, but I am. I fought a fight. I fought hard. I fought with everything I had in me in my little 15-year-old body to get that baby here, to keep her here. Like I said, when she was born, she had meconium. She had meconium aspiration, which means she had her first bowel movement inside of me in her amniotic fluid, which means she breathed when they're in your womb, they breathe their amniotic fluid. They practice breathing that and drinking that, and it goes through their body. So when she was born, she had that in her respiratory tract, so in her lungs. Also, when she was born, she had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck 3 times, which they think is probably why she had meconium in her, like why she had meconium in her amniotic fluid. Because when I would have a contraction, that cord would cinch around her neck, in essence, strangling her. So when I would push, it would strangle her. So thank God, I was able to get her out quickly. So essentially, my labor with her was 2 hours. Really, it was months because I was in preterm labor for months. But active labor was only 2 hours, and I was able to just push her out very quickly. That way, she did not have any long-term effects of the cord strangling her. They were able to get it off her neck very quickly. After she was born, they were able to suction that meconium from her lungs. They did take her quickly. I was not able to have her directly after she was born. I got to see her very briefly, and they took her for several hours. So that scared me. I was very scared. Like I said, I fought long and hard to get her here. I had to fight everybody. Just to get her inside. And then once she got here, like I said, I didn't know. When I coded with her, when I went into preterm labor and I coded, I thought she passed. I thought she was gone. And I didn't know. And all that preterm stuff and being in the hospital with her, like, was so hard to try and keep her in long enough so she was able to survive outside of my body. I didn't know if my body could maintain her. And I tried so hard for her to be healthy so she could survive outside of my body. And then once she got outside of my body, then, she wasn't okay at first. So then I was super scared because did I do that to her? Like, once she was able to come back to me, oh my God, she was perfect. But it was so tiny. It was so tiny. Although she really wasn't. She was like a good sized newborn, but to me she was so tiny. And she had a tongue tie, and I didn't know what that meant. And I tried so hard to breastfeed her, but I didn't know what I was doing wrong, and I couldn't figure it out. I wasn't doing anything wrong. She was just tongue tied. She still is, because back then they didn't fix it. She's still tongue tied. God love her. Severe tongue tied, like severe. But I thought that was my fault. I thought that's why I couldn't feed her. I thought that was my fault. I still blame myself for everything. My mom guilt is 1000% on everything with my children, and I don't know how to get rid of that. But she got here. She was absolutely healthy. Strong kid. Strong baby. And then she got RSV as a baby. Oh my God. She was in the hospital for days. Oh my God, that was horrible. She pulled through that. I'm telling you, that was my miracle baby. Oh, she went through a lot. I went through a lot with her. A lot of prayers for her, with her, around her. Still do every day. I don't care how old they get. Like I said, she should be 31 years old. I can still remember a tiny little puff ball hair on top of her head. And she used to twirl her little foot when she ate. Sorry. They grow up too fast. But you don't want them to stay. Like, that's the whole goal, right? Very strong, independent humans, productive members of society. And that's what we got. I'm so proud of her. And remember, if no one's told you today, you are loved. Have a good one.